Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I'm Melissa, by the way, if you didn't know. I am a registered dietitian, and here on my channel we talk about all things food and nutrition, sometimes other things, which is today we're talking about other things. Today I'm doing a a yearly favorites video. So I'm gonna talk today about all the things that I loved the most this year. So got a lot to talk about, so let's jump right in. So I guess we'll start with skincare. My favorite has been this Lush Sleepy Lotion. It is the most amazing smell ever. Like, I really think this is my favorite smell that I've ever smelled. Put this on my arms before I go to bed and it's just so relaxing. I would put it on my whole body, but I just want it to last forever. So it's almost gone, but I did get a new one for Christmas, so do not fret. But if you have trouble falling asleep or relaxing at night, highly recommend giving this a try. In terms of makeup, for me, this has been the year of the Beauty Blender. For some reason recently, in the last maybe 3 months, I've started using a makeup sponge to put on all of my foundation, and I love it, and it's just really satisfying for some reason. I use the Real Techniques sponge. This one's a little bit dirty. But yeah, this is a really good sponge. It's pretty cheap, and I've really been enjoying putting this on my face. Another product that I've used almost every single day this year is this lash primer. It is the L'Oreal Voluminous Base. It's basically a white mascara. So I've been, like I said, using this pretty much every single day, and it makes a huge difference to your mascara. I just put 1 or 2 coats on, let it dry for like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, and then put your mascara on top of it, and it's crazy the difference that it makes. I feel like if I wear mascara without this now, it looks bad. So I've been loving this. This year has also been the year of nude lipstick for me. I feel like the year before that I was really into like red lips or like darker lips, which I do still like every once in a while, but I've really been wearing a lot of nude lips more. I've been kind of experimenting with different like eyeshadows instead of doing a bright lip and bright eyeshadow, because that can be a little much sometimes. So anyways, the 2 nude lips that I have enjoyed the most are this one from Sephora, which I'm wearing right now. It is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in number 40. And it's just a nice nude. It's a little like gray-y, but if I put a nice like nudie pink lip liner and then put this on top, it's perfect. And same for this YSL Tatouage Couture Matte Stain in the number 23. This really is like pretty much the exact color of my lips. So this one really does just kind of pull everything together, make it look a little more neat and put together, but not be obvious that I'm wearing a lipstick. So I have really been enjoying this one as well, and actually both of these smell really good. And then, like I said, I've kind of been experimenting with my eyeshadow a little bit more. I've definitely been going more towards my old Lorac Pro palette because I'm just trying to use it up. I mean, at this point, it's almost there. I've hit pan on 7 of the, 16 shades. Anyways, I've just been kind of trying to use this up, trying to do some different stuff with it. The gold color in this palette is my favorite gold ever. It's so pretty. And I've also been loving the e.l.f. Mad for Matte palettes. This is the number 2. I can't remember when I got the number 1. I definitely got this one earlier this year. They're both really pretty, super affordable. I think this is only $10 for that many shadows that are really good quality, and they're nice like warm tones, like pinky, orangey. So I've really been enjoying that. And then finally, one that I got a couple months ago now is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Division. I don't know if it's called Reloaded or Division, but just one of their palettes. Again, this was super affordable. I really love that brown shade, and the orange and yellow shades are really pretty too. This is a really good like crease shade, and I really like those greens too. I don't have any other green shadows, so I have really been enjoying playing with this as well. And then my final like cosmetic favorite is perfume. I really never wore perfume. I've never been a perfume person, but I decided last Christmas that I kind of want a perfume, something that's like nice and light, not an obvious like perfumey scent. And I actually ended up getting both of these because I liked them both a lot. So recently I've been wearing more of this one, which is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon. It's like a really warm vanilla smoky scent, really good for winter. And then this is the Jo Malone Pomegranate Noir, which is a nice, more like fruity, but it's got that like darkness to it as well. So that is what I wore all summer. And again, I love both of these. They're a nice like light fragrance without being so like pungent like some perfumes are. So I really only have one clothing item, which is going to be very difficult to show you. Though I do feel like I've been getting more like, I feel like this fall and winter, I really kind of started trying a lot harder with the clothes that I buy, you know, making sure that I actually like the things that I'm buying so that I can kind of curate a wardrobe that I really like and feel comfortable in, because I feel like up until this point, I just kind of didn't really like the stuff I had or was wearing. So I'm sure next year I will probably have more clothing favorites, but this is something else I got for Christmas last year that I have loved so much. It's very difficult to show. It's this black coat. It's a nice like thin, I don't know if you can really tell, like almost sweatshirty material, but it goes down to like my shins. My fiance says I look like a judge when I wear it, but I love it so much. This is my favorite coat, and I have been wearing this all through the fall, winter, spring, because it's not too heavy, so you can really wear it when it's just like a little bit chilly. And yeah, so oh, and it's from Zara. If they have it this year, I will try my best to link it below. And then I've got a couple shoe favorites, and it is Target shoes. I have gotten, let's see, I have 5 pairs of shoes from Target here that I love. Like pretty much all my favorite shoes from this year have been from Target. So these two I got for the summer. So these are just like yellow sandals. They've got like an ankle strap, and then these are a black like leather one. And then more for the like fall winter, I have these little slide-ons, which to me look pretty much like those really expensive ones that everyone has. Are they Gucci or something? I don't know. But these. And then I also recently got these slide-ons, which I think are really cute, especially with like an all black outfit or something. And then I got these flats as well, which are really cute as well. So I just feel like Target has been killing it with their shoe game, and I have really appreciated them this year. My final fashion favorite is jewelry. For a long time, I really didn't wear a lot of jewelry. I still don't wear a lot of jewelry, but I really kind of wore the same like stud earrings for like a good 5 or so years straight. And this year I've decided to just kind of get back into earrings more. So really earrings are a favorite of mine. I think since I started kind of curating my wardrobe a little more, I've realized I really like neutral, like basic clothes, and then I can spice it up a little bit with jewelry. A couple of my favorites, I have these yellow little tassel-y ones. They're from H&M actually. They're only like $7. These ones I mentioned in my last favorites video. They're these kind of like tortoiseshell plastic hoopy things. I got them in a market in New York. And then these hoops I got in actually like a 3-pack from Madewell, and they do actually still have them. I saw them in the store recently. But they're just these nice kind of like, not too big of hoops, but they're still kind of like chunky, so they stand out a little bit. So I've been really enjoying those, and really earrings in general. I don't have any of them here to show you, unfortunately, but I just got 3 quick ones. So the first, which you've probably heard me talk about a million times, is smoothie bowls, especially this first half of the year. I loved smoothie bowls. I would have them every day for breakfast. I think I've talked about the recipe a couple times, so I'll link any videos where I talk about those. And then for a while I kind of got off them and I was doing more like eggs, but I recently, since starting Veganuary, have started doing smoothie bowls again. And then I have 2 snack favorites. So the first is roasted chickpeas, which I've always enjoyed, but I just for a long time kind of got away from making them. And then this year I kind of dove right back in head first to roasted chickpeas. So I've been making roasted chickpeas like pretty much every week as a snack. They're super easy and they're so, so delicious. And then the final one is another snack, is hard-boiled eggs. So for my birthday, my mom got me an egg cooker. It's just this little machine that's basically a steamer, and it makes hard-boiled eggs. And it just made it super easy to make them, and they're such a good, like, filling, high-protein snack that that's something else that I have been making pretty much every week to snack on and very much enjoying. So this year has definitely been a podcast year for sure. I feel like in years past, I loved true crime podcasts more, which I still do. My Favorite Murder is still my favorite. There's so many good true crime podcasts, but I feel like this year I got into a lot more non-true crime. So I love Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard is probably my current favorite. I like WTF with Mark Maron. I love Nourishing Minds Nutrition. I've gotten into more nutrition podcasts, more just like talky podcasts. I think I listen to so much true crime that now I kind of get in moods where I'm like, I don't want to hear about someone getting murdered. I'd rather listen to like a celebrity talk about something. So I kind of go on and off, but those have been my favorites recently. In terms of TV shows, I feel like the most amount of time we spent watching a show this year was The West Wing, and I really did enjoy it. It's such a good show. If you haven't watched it before, I highly recommend it. It's definitely long. I think there's 7 seasons, so it's a lot to watch, but it's definitely worth the time. One of my other favorites has been Jane the Virgin, which I just watched recently. We just finished it maybe a month ago or something, but it was so, so good. I don't know why I haven't watched it sooner, but it's so funny, but it's also dramatic, and I cannot wait for it to come back because I need to know what's going to happen next. And then I don't know if this is a yearly favorite because we just finished it, but I loved it so much. It's definitely been one of my favorite shows of the year, and that is Schitt's Creek, which is all on Netflix. It's a really rich family who ends up losing all their money, and they own this little podunk town in the middle of nowhere, and they have to go live there. And it's just so funny, but it's also like really kind of heartwarming, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's been one of my favorite shows of the year, even though I just watched it recently. This has definitely been a year for musicals for me as well. I think we saw like 5 or 6 shows this year, which is a lot. We normally go to 1 or 2, but I don't know, for some reason we saw a ton of shows this year. And my favorite 2 have been, of course, Hamilton. It definitely is worth the hype. It met my expectations for sure. Not stop listening to the soundtrack. It's just so good. And if you ever have the opportunity to go see it, I highly recommend that you do so. And then my other favorite has been Waitress, which was so good. I think we kind of went to go see it on a whim. We knew we wanted to go see a show while we were in New York, and I knew that Sarah Bareilles had written the music for that one, didn't really know what it was about, and it was so good. One of my favorite musicals I've ever seen. It was hilarious. The songs were amazing. Again, if you have the opportunity to see it, I highly recommend it. I can't imagine anyone not enjoying it of the year. My New Year's resolution last year was to read a book every month, which I did, and I'm very happy about that. I'm planning on doing that again this year, so if you have any recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments below. But my 2 favorite books have been, of course, Health at Every Size. Any dietitian, I highly recommend you read it. It really kind of changed my mindset and has kind of put me on this path of like what I feel like I know I want to do as a dietitian from here on out. And then my favorite fiction book has been The Woman in the Window. It's got a kind of like Girl on the Train kind of vibe. A woman who has agoraphobia. She's stuck in the house, and she kind of watches her neighbors through the window, and she sees something really bad happen, and it just kind of goes from there. So those have been my favorite books. And then my final favorite is actually a Twitter/Instagram account. I think I have talked about this in a favorites video before, but it's called Thoughts of Dog, and it is the most adorable account that has ever been created. It puts a smile on my face every single day. It's just a dog that tweets, and then the Instagram is just screenshots of the tweets, and it's honestly just so cute. I really think that my dog runs the account sometimes. It's hilarious. Like I said, I smile literally every time I see it come up in my feed. So if you need something to brighten your day, please follow Thoughts of Dog. Whew, all right, that was a whirlwind. I hope I wasn't talking too fast or too long. So we'll see when I edit this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations of what I should try this year, then leave them in the comments below and tell me what you loved last year as well. Like I said, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you next week. Happy New Year!